On Tuesday, 32 back again. Yes, I finally got a haircut, thank the Lord. Tried to enjoy an extra long weekend here as I had Friday off work instead of just working half a day like usual. The whole day off. And tomorrow's a holiday, so I got another day off. So nice long weekend. Let's get on to what's going on though in the world of cards here. Let's start off with Kickstarter. Sometimes I've been thinking lately about doing other stuff first and Kickstarter last, but we'll start with Kickstarter. First of all, we got Drunken World II, a twisted medieval playing card collection. I don't even know why it's called collection. By Eric Seabolt. Somehow it's 8% funded, 28 days to go. Chances of funding. Not gonna happen. I think this is the back design. It's a one-way back design. It's pretty horrible from the looks of it. I mean, nothing against the artwork. Nice effort put into it, but as a back design, it doesn't really work, in my opinion. Wow. $8,700 goal. No, not a chance in hell that's gonna happen. It says satirical look at the Middle Ages. Humorous, irreverent, and thought-provoking cards. Okay. And by the way, they're $15 each for a linen deck. They also have a plastic deck, which is $22. There's not a whole lot of artwork that I've seen, and from what I have seen, oh my god, what is that? Butthurt warning? Mature content advisory. You hear the bombastic nature of recent politics and how touchy-feely people get about certain issues. It's important to note this work is satire, not meant to be offensive. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are touchy-feely. Anyways, from what I saw, I took a quick glimpse at it to make sure that it was actually a deck of cards. $50 for 2 decks? Wow. I got a brief look at it, and from what I saw, you would need to be drunk to actually use these cards. Oh, hello Victoria. I'm Victor. Anyways, we'll stop flirting here. These are the cards. First of all, I have no idea what the B's are. I guess it's no idea. But you can see here we got, I guess, some kind of a Joker or whatever wild card. You do have actual court cards and number cards. They all got pictures, which is fine. They're okay pictures, but they don't work as cards in my opinion. And then, the reason why I said you'd have to be drunk to actually use these is because the indexes are all screwed up. They're not proper. There's just numbers. The pips are off to the sides for some reason. Very one-way faces. Yeah. That's a medieval golf course? How is that a golf course? It's a woman. It looks more like a strip club. And what is going on here between this priest and this altar boy? Yeah, they're not trying to be controversial at all here. It's just a horrible deck all around. Could not even. I don't even know why I'm showing it to you guys. It's pretty bad. Moving on, we'll get to that one in a bit. We've got what I would say is the Kickstarter project of the week, if I was going to do that. It's the Monolith playing cards by Third Way, already well funded. And I do recommend it. It is a little teeny bit pricey for my liking, but most of his decks usually are. I mean, it's 16 euros for one deck, the white Monolith, 26 euros for the black Monolith. Kind of weird that the white one is actually cheaper than the black one. I believe there's 2,000 and 2,500 of each being produced. 42 euros for both of them. But this is it. You get more similar artwork to what we've seen in his other decks, but different. The black one is a luxurious deck designed mainly for collection. It's going to have holographic cold foil on the cards and neon inks, one of the craziest decks ever produced. There's also a stretch goal for holographic cold foil on the faces, premium tuckers with matte paper, holographic foil, and UV printing. Neon inks, which will be fluorescent under UV light, something I should probably get. And printed by Cardamundi. I think this might be his first deck by Cardamundi, so that's kind of exciting. Obviously, a nice stocking fizz. I like those faces. They're really nice. I like all the extra details on there and the faces. They look really cool. And you can see how some of this stuff would pop up under UV lights. I don't know if he's got any images showing that. Nice number cards, pips, everything. And it's the white monolith. It's going to have a pure silver metallic ink as well as neon colors. 100% pure silver ink. The sinus metallic ink available. I'll see if it says more about that here down below. It's also going to be green, yellow, neon ink. Some metallic ink and neon inks on the cards, front and back, and on the tuck case. And it's printed by USB-C, so it's going to have one of each. And check that out. Very interesting looking faces, very silver. You don't see the metallic stuff on these images, obviously. And you can see the differences between the black and the white deck. Similarities, like you can almost tell it's the same queen, but obviously he's changed things up. It's a complete. I wouldn't say they're completely different, like he says, because I mean you got elements in the corners here that are the same. Triangle in the back. The overall model is more or less similar, but obviously some changes to the face and head, and some color changes. It says that both the decks are experimental decks, and these renders are only indicative, and the final product might be different, so keep that in mind. And he just said he has experience with both metallic inks and neon, and here is his previous his previous Lunatica decks on the UV blacklight. I didn't even know that was a thing, but there you go. Looks pretty cool. Now, this deck will feature pure silver Pantone metallic inks, which it says here that all Pantone metallic inks you can see other decks in other colors, or it's gold or red or blue or whatever, are made by adding this pure silver to the other colors, which makes usually bright colors become very metallic. And he goes on to say that the bright gold metallic ink on his Odyssey deck is made by adding yellow and orange to pure silver. Of course, the most metallic Pantone will always be silver, the purest one, and that's why he's using it here. And apparently it's the first time a deck is being made with just a pure silver ink, so that should be pretty cool. And here you see some more of the artwork. So it's the gods. So goddesses, yes. Very nice artwork. I do recommend checking it out. It's very interesting decks, experiment. Like I said, teeny bit pricey. But as long as he doesn't add other color variations, which he's said he has no plans on, then it should be all good. Stretch goals are for hollow foil on the faces of the black models, so that's been unlocked. There's another stretch goal of 29,000 euros, whatever that is. You can also get the brick that has a bunch of his other previous decks, as you can see. Probably won't be cheap. Moving on. So, I would recommend checking that one out. We've got prototype playing cards. Wow, what an exciting name, by Vid. It is 41% funded, 26 days to go. Let's have a look at this. So it's exciting stuff. Wow. That's it. That's the whole back design. A bunch of lines. Looks like N's or M's or something like that. W's. Yeah, they look like kind of slanted ends. And there's a little dot in the corner as well. I see that. Obviously, it's made more for cardistry and fanning. Faces are staggered with some modifications and recoloring. Not the most exciting color in the world for a deck of cards. It seems like only the heart pips have actually been customized with an upside down heart within the hearts. The rest are just standard. And of course, he's recolored all the court cards. Custom aces, it looks like. To be printed by Hatch and Shed. This is the tuck case. That is absolutely horrible if that's the tuck case on the outside. I guess that's the back of the tuck case. So this is the front. This says whatever. Is that supposed to be Vin? kind of a weird variation of putting VIN on the playing cards. I'm not really feeling it at all. I see the diamonds are kind of a diamond within a diamond as well, if you will. It's just a bordered pip. Not feeling it at all. The jokers are really simple. The ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds are custom. The ace of spades and clubs, plain. This is definitely an absolute pass for me. Moving on, we got, come on, work for fuck's sakes. Playing cards, Dance of Death, which is by Sergey. It's 45% funded, 24 days to go. Whether or not that prototype deck actually funds, I'm not sure. May get there. It is slowly getting there. This one as well, same thing. It may or may not. Let's have a look at this one. It's going to be printed by Noir Arts. Oh, good. Based on the famous engraving artist Hans Horlein, the younger. Who is the older? First project by Sergey. And interesting artwork. Lots of skeletons. Death going on. Kind of wish the indexes were a little bit closer to the corner. Just my opinion. Overall, not bad. Nice number cards. Not sure what the background has to do with anything, but a nice little touch. And I like the customization on the pips. That being said, I kind of feel that the clubs, much like the other suits, that have a kind of a board to them. But then again, you look at the clubs and the spades, they're almost identical, except one has a border and one doesn't, so that's a bit of a concern too, I would say. And then the back design is, you rat, you dirty rat. I don't even know what that's from, but, it's a skeleton hand and a rat. It's an interesting back design. It's not a horrible deck, by any means. It's not bad. A for effort. A little things that could be slightly better, obviously. Is that the ace of... No, where's the ace of spades? I didn't even see the ace of spades. See the ace of diamonds, ace of clubs. Oh, that's the ace of spades. The ace of spades and the ace of hearts kind of get lost in this image from the looks of it. I'll see if I can find images of those cards. Not bad, like I said, A for effort, I would say. Not really my cup of tea. Still trying to find the aces. So there you see the ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds. They're both dark. There's no indexes there. It says 3 cards from the future deck of cards. Okay. They're not really so much the ace of spades or the ace of hearts, but it doesn't look great. It looks like it's within some kind of a seal type thing. And I don't know. Just doesn't look too great from what I'm seeing. Interesting idea though for the deck. They will be revealing more faces in updates. Alright, moving on. What else is on Kickstarter? The Aristo Steampunk playing cards by Aristo, because yeah, why not? And it is funded, well funded, 31 days to go. And I'm not sure if I've shown you this one. I don't think that I did. This came out this week, if I recall correctly. It's an interesting bat design. It is a one-way bat design. Features a lot of gears and cogs. Obviously, a very kind of steampunk theme, because that's what it is. Court cards are interesting figures. Again, I would say A for effort on this one. The number cards, they don't have pips. They just got a typographic face. It's just a number made up of like gears and cogs, machine parts. It's kind of interesting. I would prefer, obviously, pips, because I'm a little bit more traditional. Nice aces, though. Do like the aces. Overall, not bad. It's going to be printed by USB-C, which is always good. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. It's an interesting deck. $14 US for one, though. Seems a tad pricey, as I don't even think there's anything spectacular about it. As far as it is typographic, as you can see, printed on the highest quality by USB-C, but it doesn't say anything that I can tell about the top case having foils or being metallic inks or anything like that. Anything that would really make it worth $14 US for a deck. This says custom top case. It doesn't say anything about the top case. It doesn't say anything about there being anything special to the top case. No, it is what it is, I suppose. There's one more to look at, I think, that's new this week. Deluxe Aruna metal playing cards by Forbes. Like, that isn't a kind of a copying somebody's name. You know, Forbes magazine. It's nothing major. It's just not important. But it is funded. 23 days to go. It's not the first metal deck out there. There's been others in the past. Very metallic looking, though. Very shiny looking. But it's also going to be very expensive, I'm sure. For $4 you can get... For $3 you can get... It's also $3 Canadian, apparently. It's Singaporean. So I'm not sure how much that in the US. It's a little bit less. $3 Singaporean Canadian. You get one random card. For $4 you can get one of your choice. An aluminum, by the way. For $5 you can get a stainless steel one randomly. And $6 it's one of your choice. A whole deck is $57 Singaporean, $56 Canadian. Yeah. And that's for the aluminum. It's $85 for the stainless steel deck. It's probably a shiny one. Yeah, for me, obviously it's way too expensive. And also, I'm pretty sure shuffling would be... Try to riffle shuffle these. If you can riffle shuffle these, if somebody could prove that you can riffle shuffle a middle deck of cards, I will buy it. Good luck with that. Hopefully I don't eat my words. Moving on, stuff that's already on Kickstarter. The QR playing cards I looked at last week. It's like uninspiring, unexciting. I wonder if you can actually scan that back to sign it and links to something. But anyways, by Saxman Cards, 23% funded, 37 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Invocation by Jackson Robinson is funded for 22 days to go. Well funded, obviously. But he also had a really high goal. Emanations by Matty Gilbert is 96% funded, 11 days to go. I was just not feeling it. Double cards, playing cards that give you choices by Ying, New York, 2% funded, 35 days to go. Absolutely no chance it funds. So deck of cards, it's not highly original. I've seen this concept before, where basically each card has two different cards on it, two different indexes. So basically it gives you different choices. It's kind of like a cheating deck. Subi Kitsune is it rhymes, if I pronounce it correctly. It's by Card Experiment. It is well funded, 14 days to go. Helheim playing cards by Design Imperator is well funded, 16 days to go. Blood and Beast by Purely Idea, which is really similar to Design Imperator decks, is funded, 9 days to go. Secret Action Squad Mission 001 by Chris Jensen, 30% funded, 20 days to go. I don't think it's going to fund. Hopefully it doesn't. It's pretty horrible. Grid Series free typographic point cards by Luke Waddy is well funded. 14 days to go. It's not bad. Meow Star V2 by Bokobo, of course, is funded because people just throw money at them. 14 days to go. Not really my cup of tea. Skellstruments point cards by Jacob Smith or Jacob Smith. How we pronounce it. It's 39% funded. 14 days to go. Not thinking it's going to make it at that rate. A Game of Spades by Aaron Parker. 21% funded. 44 days to go. It's got a lot of time left. I still don't think it's going to happen. Diamond Playing Cards number 10, Black and White by Diamond Playing Cards, aka the Dutch House Card Company, is well funded. 13 days to go. I prefer if it had more color. Make 100 Modern Day Myth Spirits Point Cards by Lindsay Bailey, 52% funded. 10 days to go. I'm not sure it's going to make it. Primordial Greek Mythology Point Cards by Costa Pantazis is funded. 9 days to go. It's not bad looking. I'll probably pick it up later on. Mizatama Playing Cards by Matoya Tanaka. 34% funded. 6 days to go. Don't think it's going to happen. Agenda Playing Cards Facade by Flagrant Agenda is well funded. 3 days to go. So check it out if you're interested before it ends. Fields Playing Cards by Parama Playing Cards is also funded. 5 hours to go. It'll probably be done before this video's up. Pop Camo Playing Cards by Rifflesuffle is also well funded. 4 days to go. Not my cup of tea personally. Enigma 1 Crossword Playing Cards by Simply Playing Cards. 3% funded. 13 hours to go. It is not going to make it, barring somebody deciding to fund it personally themselves at the end here. Claudio Aboy Premium Playing Cards Series 1 by Tom Secret Press. Thankfully, the last time I had to say that. It is funded. 28 hours to go. It's just crap in my opinion. A Motley Pack Transformation Playing Cards, a book by Cindy Chava, also very well worth checking out. It is funded. 50 hours to go. Make sure you check it out before it's too late. Raids Cards by Razzie is somehow very well funded. 4 days to go. If you can call that well funded. Definitely a lot more funded than I think it deserves. But there it is. An Air Deck 2.0 by Tip Top Things Limited. Funded. 4 days to go. Well funded. Very well funded, actually. Not too shocking. And then I wanted to mention this one. Actually, yeah, this one just launched this week. It's already ended. Already funded. By the way, the Bicycle Black Magic from Playing Cards Net has also funded. This is a Chinese New Year deck, Year of the Pig, by Honey Winkler, who is apparently not real, in my opinion. This whole thing smells, reeks of a scam, and I wish I'd had the opportunity to warn people. So the first project, they're not connected to any social media. The name just is fake. They had a picture which they've removed. I will tell you why right now in the comments here. As you can see, people saying, I'm used to scams that have a little more investment from the creator, at least those are interesting. This guy says it has vague information in the description. It's your first campaign, short campaign time, very low goal, $500 for a deck of cards. Screams scam. And I kind of agree. And also, apparently the majority of the text is a copy and paste from ChineseNewYear.net. And they used an image of a K-pop singer, Yuna Lim. A lot of people cancel their pledges. There's no information on who's printing it. Basically, that's what you get. It also apparently screams of Natalia Silva, the way it's written and presented. $15 for one deck in red. Who would even get this? And it's supposed to be coming in May? I don't know. That design kind of reeks of Natalia Silva as well, just a little bit. But yeah, how everything is written, laid out, definitely kind of screams on Natalia Silva. The city's been scamming people for a while now, it seems. Fortunately, I'm not a year of the pig, I'm a year of the horse. I guess that's better than a pig, but yes, he must be a pig. Let's try to report this again. I know I've already reported it, but it's I don't know if I can report it again after I've already reported it, but it should be reported, it should be cancelled, in my honest opinion. Damn it. Alright, moving on. Let's leave Kickstarter for a moment. Actually, there's one more thing to talk about, coming soon to Kickstarter, from Elephant Playing Cards. There's apparently 3 different decks: Cyberpunk playing cards, futuristic sci-fi deck, combining low life and high tech. Just for the record, he has been in communication with Will Royer, who of course playingcarddex.com did a Cyberpunk deck recently on Kickstarter. I know, I got the prototype, I reviewed it. You say check that one out as well. And there was no issues with that. And this one is apparently already, in like design well before that other one. $17 Australian for one deck, which is about $12 US. I guess it's not bad. All 3 decks, $39 Australian on the early bird. It's about $9 a deck. Not bad. Nice artwork. What I will say, however, is you look at the court cards, and I don't see how they have much of a cyberpunk feel to them. They just look fairly standard. But they're still custom, and nice colors. It's a very nice face and pick. I like that. One that I will probably pick up later on. Says everything's been approved by the manufacturer. It's supposed to be launching in February, shipping beginning in April. So it's nice to see a project that's, ready to go, ready to be produced. 100 thumbs up. They're being printed by WJPC on 310 GSM German black core cardstock, which is fine. I've handled some WJPC decks recently put out by like Sadish Jabba, and they were great, I think. Moving on. So that's coming soon, I'm not sure when. There's this new deck from Art of Play. It's the 5-2 deck. $18? Are you kidding me? I just saw the price. It's from Dealer's Grip. Go figure. They're overcharging for a bizarre deck of cards. Obviously, it's made by cardists for cardists. Printed by USPC in a premium crust beast stock. The sublime density and snap. Exclusive print run 2,500 units. I think that's the back design. I'm not 100% sure. It just says 52 on it. There's a picture. This is the Ace of Spades. Nothing too exciting. The court cards have been recolored in really bright colors for some reason. And then number cards are standard. And then there's this card, which is, I don't know what it is. And then this, again, I don't know what this is. Maybe this is the back design. I don't know. Don't pay attention to this card. It wasn't meant to be here. It wasn't meant to look like this. It's undeniably a mistake. It's unlikely, but an unimportant mistake, blah, blah. By the way, the name of this deck, actually, this is not the one I was thinking. This is a different one. Maybe this is the one. I could have sworn there was one that was called Error Playing Cards. But apparently they've changed the name, if that is the case. Because I did receive an email from a deck that was called Error Playing Cards. And I thought to myself, the only error is this actually being produced. And that has to be the one. Entry, I don't see any other ones that are, unless it's sold out already. Let me see if I can find error. There it is. Oh, okay, so there it is. This is the one I was actually looking for. It's already sold out. It's not any better. It's $18 as well, but it's already sold out, so who cares? It's made by cardists for cardists. And there's your back design. It's got to be made by Dealer's Grip as well. Printed on a crust beef stock using sustainable forest paper and vegetable-based inks. Only 1,855 decks produced. It doesn't actually say who made it, but that's your back design. To me, like I said, it's not great. It's very one way. It says error on there for some reason. It's got some rainbow effect to it. It looks like a giant misprint with a penis on it for some reason. It looks like a penis. Am I the only one who's seen that? Gold cards, basically standard, recolored. Number cards, standard. The ace of spades, boring. Nothing going on. And it says here, you are making a mistake. No, I'm not, because I didn't buy this. I didn't spend $18 on this, what I consider to be pretty much crap. And here you go, another card. It's got to be from the same person, because it's basically the same thing. It's just, no, absolutely not. Moving on, PlayingCardDex.com. They have released the Bicycle Pharaoh Edition, which I reviewed the other day. Special thanks, once again, as always, to Will Royer for sending that my way. It is on sale right now, $5.99 as opposed to $7.99, $2 off each. And you can also get them, as a pair. And what they are, well, we'll look at them if you didn't see my review. If you didn't, shame on you. They're $11.99 for the set instead of $15.99, so it's a great price. Basically what they are is they're just standard rider backs, as you can see. But the faces, oh, this is kind of cool. There's there's reveals on the tuck case, by the way. Right there. And the other tuck case has a different reveal. 5 clubs, if I recall correctly. But what the cards are, there's also some gaff cards. Point cards, double backers. This one has double facer and a double backer. The red one. And you see the Zogras, very nice, vintage style. And vintage style because the faces are also vintage style without indexes. And as somebody pointed out and commented on my video as well, perfect for blank fans. So if you're looking for that you can use for blank fans, but still use for Magic or playing cards. You got that. You can use it as gimmick cards if you want. No indexes. All sorts of uses for them. Does have a nice custom ace of spades. I like it. Again, special thanks to Will for sending it my way. Also new at PlayingCardDex.com. The new Cherry Casinos. Fremont Sahara Green. I have no idea, Murphy's Magic, why is it called Fremont? Could you shed some light? Because I have no idea why. What that has to do with anything. I've seen Fremont Casino decks. None of them, to my recollection, were green. And none of them look like this. To me, personally, what they should have done is done this. Maybe in a different color. But it should have been, and this is what I thought it was going to be based on the name Fremont, is that it should have been like a B diamondback pattern with the cherry logo on it. That would have looked fabulous. Instead, it's just kind of more the same. Except that it's green. It looks like an olive. Also, why Sahara green? What the hell in the Sahara is green? Sahara, by the way, is the name of another casino. So, Fremont, Sahara. They're just throwing out every casino name they can possibly do. Personally, I like the color. I'm obviously gonna get it. Estimated ship date February 25th. It's still not available. It's pre-order. Apparently once the Sahara was once a tropical jungle. Okay, I've never heard that before. Traditionally cut playing cards by the USBC. Crust beef stock, snappy. Metallic green inks, pearlescent metallic green inks it says. It's fine, it's a nice deck. I don't dislike Cherry Casino decks as much as I used to. But they could have gone with something entirely different. instead of hyping it and going, oh, it's brand new design or whatever, and it's just a recolor. I just felt a little bit disappointed and misled by that, especially calling it Fremont for no reason. Quite frankly, I mean, you got so many casino knockoff decks, the Glamour Nuggets. You got the Gemini decks. You got the Cherries. For me, this whole thing is getting way overplayed, like way played out. There's just too many, and it's just Chicken Nuggets is another one. It's just getting ridiculous. Anyway, I did want to mention something else as well. The pitboxclub.com, which takes you to this page, from playingcarddex.com, it's a subscription box service that I never really mentioned much. He's been working on it for almost a year. Came out. It started last May. I mentioned it before. Basically, you subscribe, and every month you get Dex Mystery decks in the mail. It's $29.99 a month, and you get free decks, as well as sample cards from new decks that were released during the last month. And for $54.99, you get free decks, but you get 2 of each. And what you get, brand new sealed mint-condition decks. At least one deck will be a new release from within the last 2 months. At least one will be a new release from within the past year. One may be a blast from the past, which would be like over a year old. At least 2 will be printed by the USPC, and at least 1 will be bicycle branded. You'll get all sorts of decks from your favorite brands and producers, maybe even some never-released prototype decks and other exclusives. He does often include new decks that are yet to be released, especially that are put out by him in some ways, like the Pharaoh prototype deck was in the last membership pack that he sent out, from my recollection, from what I heard. The value of the decks will be at least $30. To give you the best value on a monthly basis is what he wants to do. And he also says that newer Kickstarter-funded decks from Playing Card Decks will not be in there, because he wants, obviously, to entice you to go back to projects on Kickstarter. Overall, I think it's an awesome idea. For me, not so much, because I would just be paying for stuff that I already have for the most part. But for people who are new to collecting, or who don't buy everything that comes out, not saying that I buy everything that comes out, but I buy a lot of what comes out. But if you're not like that, you can get this. It's a decent price. Gets shipped to you every month. And you get 2 options, obviously. And you get the value. It's a good value, and it's a great way to collect cards, especially if you're newer or don't buy as many as people like me do. Anyway, I think it's worth checking out. If you like it, make sure you check it out. And finally, the Murphys. Not much. There is the Sin Lim Knox, which are apparently coming in March, if I recall correctly. The Cubics, which I will be getting. The Fremont, of course, Murphy's is responsible for that. They do have those Pharaoh decks, vintage reproduction, which are worth checking out. They're like the bicycle Pharaoh decks, no indexes, just a very simple green full bleed back design, like a vintage deck might have. And the Passon's Pizza playing cards, and we'll look at that. So this one, again, you can see, very simple. It's going to have some foil on the top case. It says Sin and Knock on the Ace of Spades. There's a black border. As you can see, it will be marked for suits and values. There's Joker and gaffs. How exciting. And here he is. This gives me so many ideas on how some of these tricks might work. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on in his magic tricks. A lot of sleight of hand, a lot of gaff cards. That's definitely a lot of gaff cards and gimmicks. Anyways, I think I mentioned last week, there's a lot of NLC decks coming out this year. Pretty much every month there's one coming out. There's 11 coming out this year, I do believe. And not including the ones that already came out. Including more Super Knocks and other crap. The shit Knocks apparently coming out too, probably. the turd Knocks or somebody I suggested. Anyway, obviously I will be getting them. Why might I get these, despite, all my talking about them, ratting on them? Because I'm a bit of a completionist. I like to have all the different colors that come out. I'm not too crazy about having every different version, like there's been multiple different versions, like of the third releases of the NOC decks. Just the same colors, just with different tuckers. Wasn't into that. I'm not a big fan of tuck swaps, or just having gilded edges on decks. But different colors, I don't mind getting, and I feel incomplete if I don't get them all. Just like riderbacks, I like to have all the different colors and stuff like that. Anyway, I do have a bunch of NLC reviews coming in the next little while. I'm going to be doing them right away, actually. Of all the ones I've got, not in the recent times. Let's look at this one. It's from Passing Playing Cards, printed by Legend. It's all about the pizza. Mamma mia. Very cool artwork. Ooh, look at that. A little bit unproportionate. Very nice. I do like it. It's a fun deck. I will get it. I will be getting it. It was on Kickstarter. I mentioned it before. Of course, I do kind of prefer the original bat designs you had. They were a little bit nicer in my opinion, but it is what it is. And of course, this one I will be getting as well. Speaking of which, I'm a little bit annoyed by Reship.com. I could have gotten this shipped from Conjuring Arts for $25 US, shipped to me directly. Instead, I paid a few bucks, had it shipped to Reship, and now they want $20 plus the $5 handling fee to ship it to me in Canada. I'm not even saving any money. Now I'm spending more than I was originally, and I could have just gotten it from Murphy's Magic for a fraction of the price and much more reasonable shipping. It just really frickin' annoys me, and I am done with free ship. I think I'm done. And they say it's based on like the size of the package, the weight. It's one deck. How heavy can it be? How big can the package be? Don't tell me it's going to cost that much money, and that's the minimum. And as you can see, at the bottom, you might see some of my recently viewed items. Yes, I am getting the DMC Alphas deck, and I'm actually also getting this Anglo ESP deck. Because I figured, why not? The Alpha deck from DMC, it's a nice blue color, very lovely looking color, and it's also marked. It's a marked deck. You can see the letters M, C, K, J. By the way, what's with that tattoo on his head? I guess he's never growing hair again. But this is what you get. It's just letters. It's not very useful for me, but it's more just a collection thing. Maybe if I ever come up with a trick using them, it'll be fun to use. And an ESP deck, same thing. I figure, hey, there's an Anglo deck I don't have. I don't have an ESP deck. This looks pretty good. It's got 54 cards, 25 of each, 25 different symbol cards times 2. 25 of them are actually marked, 5 each, circle, cross, wavy line, square, star. And up to 4 double face cards. Include force cards. Sorry, they are force cards. So, it's a bit of a gaff deck, gimmick deck. Again, I probably don't have much use for it, but I've, been thinking about getting a speed deck. It's not a bad price, and it's an Anglo deck I don't have, so why not? Anyway, I think that's it for this week. Comment, rate, subscribe. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to turn off the oven right away. And we'll see you next time more. Thanks for watching. Sorry if it's a bit long. Sorry if I rant a bit. See ya.